Wait. Did I just... Is that fucking... I think I just fucking... I fucking did! Ha! How do I get this bitch out? How do we fucking... Hell yeah, bud. Alright. Okay. So we can see... Whoa. Oh, that was almost bad. Can we see in there? Yeah, look at that. See that bitch in there? See how those are turned? Alright. Now to get this piece of garbage. Actually, it's not garbage. I actually really like this lock. Whew. Alright. Should be good to go here. Let's get some screwdrivers going. Oh, you're not going to be big enough, you bitch. Oh, come on, really? I don't want to go in the truck. Again. Come on. Yeah! Alright. Alright. This is probably never going to go back together nice. So, here we go. How did I do this last time with the other half? This part's a bitch. May have to sacrifice a pig to the gods. There we go. Half diamond coming in clutch. See, boys, that's why we have half diamonds. They do have uses. Okay, all right. So, Diamond. We have a sidebar popping out, so we're gonna move this. We're gonna grab our tree. We have 3 sidebars and a spring that kind of works like a sidebar. I'm just gonna leave the little ring clip on. So we got 1 sidebar, we got another, and another, and then we've got this little springy boy who has this. Let's see if we can get a little closer. Without going. So this little boy holds the spring in, and you have to put this part in last when you're keying this up. And then this spring kind of acts like a limiter on the other side of the discs, and that will make a lot more sense here in a minute. Okay, well, let's maybe get this first one out. The gut is probably going to take much longer than, and I'm going to try and do this in order. I know some people break up like the spacers, but I'm just going to go, and that was the other way. So I remember which way to put these in. Okay, where's that spring? We'll try and pop that out now. Yep, I think that came out a little bit, yep. Okay, boom, right, spring is out, sidebars 1, 2, 3, okay. Next set of spinny boy. So these have this little bitch of a fucking spacer ring. That is a giant pain to kind of get in, and they go you have to like put them in and then turn them when you're keying this up, and then so the key goes in. These have, they call it like a B. Okay, you'll see a little better when I bring it up, but oh, and we flip that again. I keep doing that. I kind of, there's like almost a bevel on one side, and I noticed that you kind of, all the bevels have to go the same way. It's ever so slight, you can barely tell it's there, but Yeah, and then so these little spacers have little bearings on them. I have no idea how they get those, and they must compress fit them in somehow. It's wild. I love this lock. It's actually a really cool lock. It gives me hope for having something cool in North America one day. I think if any kind of European lock is going to make its way here, I could see Diamant being the one, because a disc detainer is going to work in a kick, and that's kind of the real limiting factor in North America, is the North American kick. Like mortise is whatever, like you can fit whatever in a mortise, that's fine. It's just that the North American kick is pretty limited on the Bible, so any kind of dimples are gonna just, you know, not necessarily work like a twin star. So that's what it is. I'll try to show you as well. There's these little grooves, and the grooves are why these are a pain to gut and reassemble, because you gotta, like, when you're, oh my god, when you're assembling, you have to put the spacer disc in and then like turn it so that it goes in nicely, and then this goes here, this goes here, and the shape of the key is kind of like a B when you look at it on the discs. At least the discs are kind of like in a B shape. I think there's one other, there's a B and like a reverse B or something like that, and then this last pin is sprung. We've already removed the spring, and that's you have to do that one last, and that's how you yeah, it's the spacer, and then this guy, and then the final disc has got like a little groove in it, and that's the one that's sprung. And I've already removed the spring, so now it's just a matter of getting this mother out. So there we go. All right, and we'll put the sprung, special sprung one there. So we'll show you a little closer. Whoa, I'm not used to this. Okay, so you got your 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 3 sidebar chambers all look the same, and then you've got this chamber here, and this is where the springed one goes. You can see this is where the bottom of the spring goes, and this is where that little top black piece. And then I'll show you. So this is the spring, and so I can't focus here, but maybe you can kind of see there's a little end there, and that goes into the end of this. So when this is inside the lock, it goes into like this groove here, and that's how it's sprung. And then this end, the other black end, fits into this, and that's what keeps it all in place. And then we'll raise this up to give you a better look. So there is the diamond. You can see they're like a B shape, right? And all those go in order. It's going to be a lot of fun to put back together, but it's picked, yay! So there we go. We are 2 out of 2 for our black locks. Double Dom. All right. Show you the key a little closer too. So you can see it's kind of a funny key. I'll take some pictures later, but yeah, she won't focus, of course. Maybe? No, sorry. Anyways, funny key. Well, there we go, kind of better. And then the key goes in through these discs, kind of like so. And that's how you turn it. Pretty cool, man. All right, guys. Dom Diamant. Down. Oh, yeah. Oh, and I guess I'll show you my little tool. So I took the Sparrow's tensioner. I got the tip from Retep, and then I actually had to sand it down just a little. It didn't want to smooth in nice, so, and I had to thin it out just a little bit to get to that back one, but it seemed to work nice in the end. And then I filed the ever-living hell out of this so that I could actually turn the lock with it, because I didn't like using the other tensioner. But, and you know what, we'll show you this too. So this is the front cap, so this is what I'm talking about. It kind of lines up, so you have to preset, you have to put your pick in, the tip in first a little bit, yeah, just the tip, and then this is what you're actually tensioning. So I fit that, I ground it down so that it fit perfect into here. Sorry, my nephew's having a moment, but yeah, so there you go. Yeah, and then this guy pops on, and there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. I think that's everything. Is that everything? Let's be sure. We did this. Yep. Showed this guy. 3 sidebars. Back one that's sprung. We got the spring here. Explain how that works. We got all these guys here. I guess we'd explain one more thing too, is that, so it's kind of hard to tell here, but all of these, the grooves that the sidebars fall into, there's some serrations and stuff. Let's see if we can find one that's got a good kind of false gate. It's hard to tell. She's looking a little rough, but so you have to line up. Basically, what you're doing is you're lining up all 3 of these with the sidebars, and then sorry, this one, and this one, let's say, on the sidebar, and so all 3 sidebars fall in at the same time, and then this is that back part that's lining up with the spring, so that's the limiter area, so that you can only turn the disc so far left and right. And essentially, from my understanding, is that you have a +2 left, a +1 left, a 0, a +1 right, and a +2 right. So that means when you're turning the dot, when you're turning it, you either go 2 steps to the right, 2 steps to the left, 1 step to the left, 1 step to the right, or it's neutral in the center position. So the disc is like straight up and down. That's kind of the way I understood it. And then, yeah, you got these little ball bearings, so these act as little spacers so that these discs move a little nicer inside the lock. And then funny enough, the last one, and I don't know why Dom did this, but there's no spacer between the last wafer and the sprung wafer. I don't know if wafer's really disc, sorry. Yeah. Why they didn't add a spacer there, I don't know. Maybe they just like ran out of room and they wanted to keep it a particular size. It's my guess. Maybe it was an oversight. Like they got to the end and they're like, oh, well, it'll just have to do. Maybe, I'm guessing. I don't know. It can cause some problems if you have, say, like, if this one's far to the right and then this one's far to the left, that can give you issues, or vice versa. From my understanding, there's some ways around that, potentially, but it can actually make it near impossible to pick if it's keyed that way. Yeah, anyways, I think that's it now, and there should be... Yeah, see, I can't really see them very well here, but my eyes are not as good as they used to be. There should be little false gates. Yeah, here you go. There's kind of one, so you can kind of see on this one here, there's a little kind of notch. They're more like serrations rather than false gates. There's kind of like a little notch on this one here. Let's see if we can get nice and close. Nah, you can't really tell, but there's a little serration there. And so when you're turning them, they're kind of like a click, click, and a light click, and a sharp click, and whew! Hell yeah. All right. Take it easy.